It's time. If you think December is just another month, think again. This week holds secrets that can change everything. November's chaos is finally behind us, the roller coaster of emotions, disruptions, and surprises that left so many of us drained. But now, as we step into December, the energy shifts. December isn't just another month, it's the last one, the final stretch. The point where everything either falls into place or completely unravels. This week is the beginning of your last chance to close the year the way you want. Every decision, every moment of awareness in these next 7 days carries a weight far beyond what you might realize. Because believe me, there's more to this week than meets the eye. What happens this week will echo into the year ahead. December is more than the year's closing chapter. It's the prologue to what's coming in 2025. This week, it's the setup. Think of it as the moment the universe turns to you and asks, how do you want this year to end? The energy right now carries a unique intensity. It's not random, it's a cosmic nudge, a reminder that the way you spend these days can determine the momentum you carry into the new year. Are you going to let the weight of the past 11 months drag you down? Or will you use this moment to rise, reset, and realign with what matters? This isn't just about finishing strong, it's about starting fresh. Don't let this week slip through your fingers unnoticed, because the decisions you make now, they won't just end the year, they'll echo into everything that's yet to come. This week, the veil between worlds is thinner than you think. This isn't just any week, and it's not just any month. December marks the final chapter of 2024, and as the year prepares to close, there's a shift in the unseen realms. It's believed that during times of transition, especially the last month of the year, spiritual energies stir with heightened intensity. The new moon today and the meteor shower tomorrow aren't just celestial events. They're triggers, opening a gateway for spiritual visitors to step closer. You might feel it already, a strange sense of being watched, vivid dreams that seem more like messages or sudden, unexplainable emotions. It's as if something or someone is trying to reach you. These energies might be ancestors, guides, or simply entities connected to this time of endings and beginnings. Why now? Because December carries a unique energy. It's the final act of the year, a time of reckoning, and spirits, whether protective or reflective, are drawn to moments of transition. They come not to harm, but to remind us of what's at stake. They may show up as whispers in your intuition, or even as strange synchronicities you can't ignore. But here's the thing. These visitors aren't here to scare you. They're here to guide you, to push you to reflect and align yourself with what matters most before the year ends. A new moon to open the month and another to close it. Coincidence? Think again. December begins with a new moon today, on the very first day of the month. And then, almost like a perfect mirror, it ends with another new moon on December 30th, just before the year itself comes to a close. Does that feel random to you, or does it feel intentional? 2 new moons in 1 month is rare. 2 new moons framing the final month of the year? That's a message. The first new moon is here to push you to plant seeds, to think about the changes you want to create as we inch closer to the new year. It's about initiating. It's about declaring what matters to you. But here's the key. You can't just make wishes and walk away. When the second new moon arrives on December 30th, you'll be faced with an opportunity to reflect. Did you take action? Did you honor the intentions you set today? It's almost as if the universe is giving you a chance to try again before the clock strikes midnight on 2024. This isn't just about astrology or symbolism. It's about how you choose to align your energy with the rare moments the universe gives you. This first week, starting with today's new moon, is crucial. It's the foundation. You don't get to skip it and hope for the best by the end of the month. Think of these two new moons as cosmic bookends. They frame this month with themes of beginnings and endings, inviting you to ask, what am I ready to leave behind? Use this week wisely. Don't let this new moon pass without setting your intentions. Because what you start now will ripple through the rest of December and beyond. When the meteors fall, they're more than just lights, they're messages. Imagine standing under the night sky, watching as streaks of light slice through the darkness. Most people will see them as just beautiful meteors, but what if they're more than that? What if these falling stars are cosmic messengers, carrying energy from the depths of the universe straight to us? Tomorrow, the Ferguson meteor shower will peak, and its timing couldn't be more significant. This isn't just a random celestial event. It's happening in the same week as the new moon, amplifying its intensity. When the meteors fall, they stir something within us, awakening thoughts and feelings we've tried to ignore. Some cultures believe that shooting stars mark the presence of celestial beings, a moment when divine energies touch the earth. Others say meteors act as reminders to reflect on our desires, urging us to act before they're lost to the void of procrastination. Think about it. When you see a meteor, what's the first thing you instinctively do? You make a wish. Why? Because deep down, you know they're not just rocks burning in the atmosphere. They are signals, a call from the universe, reminding you that time is fleeting, that now is the moment to dream and act. As the Fergusons streak across the sky, they're inviting you to pause and listen. What is it that you've been ignoring? What has your soul been whispering that you've refused to hear? These meteors might not give you clear answers, but they'll open a door if you're willing to look up and receive their light. Miss this window and you may have to wait a long time for another one like it. This week isn't just another 7 days on the calendar. It's a rare, energetic alignment, a cosmic spotlight shining on the choices you make right now. The new moon, the meteor shower, and the fact that it's the first week of December all combine to create something extraordinary. Here's the truth. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. But you do have to act. The universe doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards movement. Whether you've been planning to start a new habit, tackle a project, or finally have that difficult conversation, this week is your green light. The energy right now isn't just encouraging, it's almost demanding that you step forward. Think of it this way. If you let this week slip by without taking action, you're not just missing a moment. You're missing the opportunity to set a tone for the entire month and even the next year. The choices you make now will echo far beyond this week. You don't need to achieve everything in these 7 days. This isn't about crossing the finish line, it's about taking the first step. What matters is setting an intention, making that first move, and allowing the energy of this week to propel you forward. So ask yourself, what's the one thing you've been putting off? Because if not now, when? The stars are aligned, the door is open, and the time is now. Don't let this week pass without making it count. Most people will sleepwalk through this month. Will you? December is a master of deception. It whispers, you've got time. The year isn't over yet. You can always start fresh in January. But let me tell you something. That's the trap. That's the lie. This month isn't a slow drift toward a new year. It's a countdown. And the first week is where the clock starts ticking. Think about it. All the distractions, the holiday rush, the endless to-do lists, they keep you busy, but are they keeping you aligned? Here's the hard truth. The energy you put into this week sets the tone for the entire month and the year ahead. If you ignore the signs, if you bury your intuition under busyness or procrastination, you'll miss the opportunities this week is handing you. And it's not just cosmic energy at play, it's the rhythm of life itself. Have you ever noticed how quickly December slips by? One moment you're thinking, it's only the first week, and the next, it's New Year's Eve. If you wait for clarity or perfect timing, you'll find yourself standing in the same place on January 1st, wondering where the time went. But it doesn't have to be that way. This week is your wake-up call. Use it to pause and reflect. What's distracting you? What's pulling you away from your goals? And most importantly, what's one thing you can focus on right now that will create momentum? The universe isn't asking you to figure it all out. It's asking you to start. Even if it's messy, even if it's small, even if it's just a single step. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. This week is your moment, but only if you're brave enough to claim it. Don't just wish, act. This moon is waiting for you to take the first step. The December 1st new moon is not just a celestial event. It's a cosmic signal, a call to action. This moon is drenched in raw, untapped potential, and it's speaking directly to you. But here's the thing. It's not here to give you anything. It's here to challenge you to take the first step. Think about it. How many times have you let opportunities pass you by because you were waiting for the perfect moment? The truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. It's created the moment you decide to act. This moon is your blank page, and the universe has handed you the pen. But what will you write? Will you take the time to reflect on what you truly want, or will you let the busyness of life drown out your clarity? This isn't just about setting intentions. It's about committing to them with deliberate action. Start small if you have to. Write down one thing you've been putting off and take that first step, right now. Call it your moon move. It doesn't need to be monumental, it just needs to be real. Even the tiniest action holds immense power under this new moon's energy. Why is this so important? Because this isn't just another new moon. It's the first new moon of December, a month framed by new beginnings and final endings. This is the moon that sets the tone for everything to follow. It's not a reset, it's a launch pad. The seeds you plant now will grow through the rest of the month and echo into the new year. But here's the warning. Intentions without action are just empty wishes. The cosmos is aligned, the energy is ripe, but you have to meet it halfway. This moon doesn't just want you to dream, it wants you to move. So what's your first step? Because the clock has started ticking and the time is now. Will you let this opportunity slip by, or will you rise to meet the energy head-on? This moon isn't waiting, it's watching. It's up to you to show it you're ready. This week isn't just about surviving, it's about stepping up. Here's something you need to hear. This week is a test, not of your strength or your endurance, but of your willingness to rise. The energy swirling around you right now isn't random. It's a challenge from the universe, a direct question. Will you answer the call? This week is asking you to step into the version of yourself you've been holding back. It's not about perfection, it's not about having all the answers. It's about making a decision to stop waiting, to stop doubting, and to take one bold step toward what you know is meant for you. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.